Everybody's favorite. We're going to start some word problem applications here. We have two examples we will work through today. The first of which is this. A page of your school yearbook is 8.5 inches by 11 inches. The left margin is 3/4 of an inch, and the space to the right of the picture is 2 7/8 of an inch, which is 2.875. The space between the pictures is 3/16, which is 0.1875 inches. Our question is, how wide can each picture be to fit 3 across the page? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to let x equal the width of one picture. Okay? Then the next thing we need to do is draw a picture. Here's our page. Okay, and we know that this distance here is 0.75. We're looking to find the width of the pictures, x and x. We know the distance between the pictures is 0.1875, and we know that this distance to the right is 2.875 inches out there. So we set that information up from our problem. This entire thing is 11. This entire thing is 8.5, which we really won't need to worry about that part of it. But we need to know the left margin, 0.75, and then we're looking for the width throughout there. So as we go to set up our equation, okay, we go to set up our equation, we know that we have the following information. We have 0.75 plus 0.1875 plus 0.1875 plus 2.875 plus 1, 2, 3 x's, and all that has to equal, it actually is the 8.5. I was thinking of the book being landscape, but we know books are typically the portrait, so it is 8.5 inches wide, the total, so all of that has to equal 8.5. So as we do this, let's simplify the left side of this equation first, and we'll do that by adding 0.75 plus 0.1875 twice, plus the 2.875, and what does that give us? That gives us 4 plus 3x is equal to 8.5. Hopefully from here, we figure out how we can solve this. The inverse of positive 4 is subtracting 4. I'll do that from both sides. We get 3x is equal to 4.5. And then the last step we have here is to divide both sides by 3. And I'll write this answer over to the right here. I get x is equal to 4.5 divided by 3 actually gives us 1.5. So that tells us the width of each picture is 1.5 inches. Our last example here. At McDowell High School, 579 students take Spanish. This number has been increasing at a rate of about 30 students per year. The number of students taking French is 217 and has been decreasing at a rate of 2 students per year. At these rates, when will there be 3 times as many students taking Spanish as French. So we'll start, I'm going to define my variable up top here. I'm going to let x equal the number of years. Number of years. And I'm going to start with Spanish. We currently have 579 students taking Spanish. This has been increasing 30 students per year. So we add 30 for each year. So if it was 1 year, we'd add 30. If it was 2 years, we'd add 60. That's the number of students taking Spanish. Now the number of students taking French, is 217. However, that's decreasing at a rate of 2 students per year. So this is minus 2x. So right now I have an equation that would tell me, if I solved it, when the number of students in Spanish would equal the number of students taking French. That is not what we're looking for. We are looking to see when this 579 plus 30x, the number of students in Spanish, is equal to 3 times the number of students taking French. So I multiply that by 3. And from here, it's an equation that we can solve. 579 plus 30x. And now we distribute the 3 over here. 3 times 217 will give us 651 minus 6x. Basic equation now with variables on both sides. So I'll solve this first. I'm going to add 6x to both sides. And it looks as though we're going to run out of room. Here I would get 579 plus 36x equals 651. I'm going to rewrite that here. I have 579 plus 36x is equal to 651. Now we can continue solving this. Subtract 579 from both sides. I get 36x on the left. That is equal to 72. And our last step would be to divide by 36. I get x is equal to 2. So in 2 years, the number of students taking Spanish will be 3 times as many as the number of students taking French.